My name is Cole and I specialize in custom van conversions. Well, originally I just did the van conversion thing for myself. Like I just really wanted one. I've been really interested in vans for a long time, since 2014, kind of on and off. I've either had a van or wanted a van. So I just built one for myself and really enjoyed it. I think I just realized that along the way that a lot of people really like it and are into it as well. And the stars kind of aligned and I ended up getting a job in Austin, Texas, doing it professionally. So converting vans for a TV show, which is pretty cool. I am pretty passionate about vans, so I do love to talk about it. I love just connecting with people about vans if they're interested in vans or builds or whatever. And so just throughout time, I've just kind of small conversations here and there with people let's link up and exchange numbers, and kind of that's it. Nothing really comes of it usually, but there was one time where I met a guy really briefly, talked about vans, exchanged contact info, and then months later he recommended a client to me, and then now that was my first client essentially in Hawaii. It was this guy that recommended it to me. Yeah, now I have the business. So van life to me is all about accessibility, accessing the things that I love more. I'm pretty big into rock climbing. I've been climbing for 7 years, camping, hiking, all that stuff I love. The van is a way to just do more of that. And to do it cheaper. So if I want to travel and climb, I don't have to rent a hotel or an Airbnb. I can just stay in the van and sleep really close to the beach or the rocks or the mountains or whatever. So that's a great question. I think just underestimating the amount of time and work that it takes to do a van was probably my biggest setback. I just thought in my mind I was probably too optimistic, so I didn't really consider the reality, I think, with the timeline and things like that. And then the biggest setback is finding just clients that are wanting to spend money on a van conversion. That's also a pretty big struggle. This van I did fully on my own by myself with no other supervision, and I'm really happy with how it turned out actually, and the people who I converted for, they love it, they're stoked on it. So that was definitely so far probably my biggest accomplishment, is finishing that van. The hope would just to keep doing that. I would love to just build another van for someone, and just honestly, that's pretty much it. As long as I can just stay in the industry, that's all that I would love, is just to either rent or build another van. Yeah, I think some of the best advice I was ever given or that I ever heard was, if there's something that you've been thinking about on the weekends for years, that's a pretty good indicator that you should dedicate more time to that. If you're passionate about something, don't give up on it. That's seriously, it's cliche, it's whatever, but if you think about it a lot, do it. Just throw yourself into it. Doesn't matter what resources you have, it doesn't matter how much money you have, just start somewhere, get involved. Yeah, I don't know, you gotta be willing to just put your own skin in the game, put your own hard work and time and effort into it with nothing in return, expecting nothing. You gotta just have low expectations starting out, but things come together somehow.
That's everything.
Awesome. Thanks, Naomi. Yeah, this is the first van that I built. I actually did it on the mainline and then shipped it out here, which cost an arm and a leg, but it was worth it because now I rent it out, and this is actually how I make a living, is renting this bad boy out. All right, this is the most recent van that I did for a client who lives on Oahu in Ewa Beach. So I'll show you around. First we have our 12-volt fridge. This slides out, and with solar, this thing is powered 24/7, which is super nice. And then we have our kitchen space. Here I did a nice butcher block for the counter. I threw a little beeswax oil on it to really make it pop. And then we have our upper cabinets. They chose this really fun bamboo cane webbing, which I really like. Here they have a really nice spacious booth. It can actually fit 4 people. And this booth actually converts into a daybed. So the table can detach and piece in between the two benches. Cushions fit together, and then you can sleep one, maybe two more small people, I guess. And then here they have a full-size queen mattress, so super comfortable. And then you got some amazing views right from your bed. You're there. And then probably one of my favorite things about this van is this TV. And lastly, the power supply. This outlet is exactly what you would find in a home in terms of wattage and voltage. So it can power a blender, a toaster, a coffee pot, whatever you would want for your kitchen. So that's probably one of the nicest things about this van. I built a little surf rack, so you can actually fit 2 surfboards right on top of each other. I've got my tools in here that I've been using to build the van with. And then here is their beefy 2,000 watt-hour lithium battery, which is being powered by solar. So I have 360 watts of solar on the roof powering this thing. So that's pretty much all there is to the garage. Pretty simple.